everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin and today I'm doing an introduction to a brand new eyeshadow project pan. Now, should I be doing another eyeshadow project pan? Probably not, because I'm doing quite a few. I'm doing a pan that palette and I'm also doing pan those eyeshadows, but the FOMO just got to me. It got to me. I've seen so many other people do this project and I just felt left out. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it so badly. So we are going to be doing an A to Z project pan, completely eyeshadows, all eyeshadows. I'm really scared. I'm really nervous. I'm going to say this before I even show you the palette, before I go through any of the shades. This is not going to be a focus project. Other projects are going to take center stage before this. I'm going to focus on my pan those eyeshadows and my pan that palette before I focus on this too much. These updates aren't going to be monthly, they're just going to be whenever I have progress to share. I don't want to be constricted to, making sure I have progress for you guys in a month, because honestly it's probably not going to go that way. There are going to be months where I barely look at this palette and that's alright. I just don't want this to be stressful, but I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the palette. This is my A to Z Project Pan palette, plus this, which goes in like here. But I mean, we're going to talk about that later. These are all colourpop shades. They all come from pre-made 9-pan palettes. Apart from this one, this is a pastel rosé shade. I've wanted to play around with my colourpop palettes for such a long time. I was contemplating doing the colour pan. I think Misty made that one. It's a colourpop project pan, but I didn't end up doing it. I've decided to do this one, the A to Z project pan, with my colourpop shades. I love colourpop eyeshadows. I really enjoy the formula, but I never end up reaching for them. Whenever I have them in a pan those eyeshadows project, they always get rolled out because they are quite hard to hit pan on. As you can see, most of these don't have any dips. I don't think any of them have proper dips really, which is really sad. So it's going to take a very long time to have any progress on any of these because they all look pretty much brand new. So yeah, I just wanted to focus on my colourpop shadows. I'm expecting this to take a lot longer than a year. I just am. It's not gonna end at the end of 2022. It's gonna roll over to the next year, and however long it takes me, I'm planning to hit pan on all of these shades. I don't want to finish them. That's way too much. I don't want to do that. I just want to hit pan on all of these shades, obviously, plus this one, the straggler. But yeah, I want to go through the shades and yeah. Basically, when I was putting this palette together, I started with the palettes that I really wanted in this palette. So the Blue Moon, all the shades but one of the Blue Moon are in here. Then I went on to the High Tide palette, put in like the missing letters, and I kind of went from there. So yeah, this palette is definitely, it's got so many colours that speak to me. I love most of these, but I have made sure to put in some challenges as well. So we're going to go through the shades. A to Z, obviously. There is one shade that I could not find a letter for, so I just put in a random colour. But yeah, okay, so this green is Act Natural from the Just My Luck palette. Obviously a kind of mid-tone matte green. This shade is Billie Jean from the Blue Moon palette. It is like a silvery blue shimmer. Next we have Clued In, which is a dark matte blue from the Blue Moon. Next we have Dabadi, which is almost like a periwinkle. It's more purple than the rest of them, but that is from the Blue Moon as well. This is Earthshine from the It's My Pleasure palette, which is the purple palette. This is going to be a challenge for me. I don't wear purples, I don't like purples, I don't like purples or pinks. So this one is going to be a challenge for me. I love my blues and my cool tones. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. This is Fine China from the Blue Moon palette. I wouldn't say it's mid-tone, it is more dark than mid-tone, but yeah, very vibrant blue matte. This is Gale from the Elsa palette. It's like a very cool toned purple pinky kind of shade. It's got a lot of grey in it, so hopefully it won't be too hard. Next is Home Slice from the Main Squeeze palette, the red palette. This is a matte red, it's very vibrant, but I really love red and blues together, so hopefully that can be incorporated in this. Next we have Ice Crystals from the Elsa palette, a metallic silver. I'm gonna love playing around with that. Next we have Juicy Fruit from the Main Squeeze palette. It's like a duochrome orange to red. I'm gonna love playing around with that. Yeah, this is gonna go with these two bottom ones really nicely. That's gonna be my like neutral look for this palette. This is Kitten Fish from the It's My Pleasure palette. This again is gonna be such a hard shade. I do have some progress on this because it was very briefly in a Pan Those Eyeshadows project before I refreshed it for the start of the year. So yeah, this has got a little bit of progress on it. Not much at all. Next we have Lumi from the Blue Moon palette, and this is one of my favourite eyeshadows ever. This is probably going to be the one that has Pan the first. I love this shade. It's like an iridescent blue shift. Absolutely stunning. Like, I could put this on the inner corner to any look. I could have done it today, any look at all. I could just put it on. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. This is Mad About You. This is a darker blue shimmer, also from the Blue Moon palette. This is New Wave. It is a teal matte from the High Tide palette. There's so many palettes, oh my god. This is Olive You from the Just My Luck palette, a really lovely olive shimmer. Okay, moving on again. This is Pebble Beach from the That's Taupe palette. Just it's a warmer toned neutral. Then we have Queen Bee from the Aha Honey palette, a really nice metallic gold. Next we have Rocksteady, which is a little bit cooler tone than Pebble Beach, but it's also from the That's Taupe palette. Oh wow, there's so many palettes. Okay. This is Starry Night. It is a light blue matte from the Blue Moon palette. This is Tide Pool, a mid-toned blue shimmer from the Blue Moon palette. I'm getting so confused. This is Urchin from the High Tide palette. And then this is where this one comes in. This is the Pastel Roses Venus, and it is a duochrome red to orange. This is the shade Water from the Elsa palette, a more like grey blue matte. This is Luna from the High Tide palette, and this is the shade, I didn't know any X shades at all. I didn't have any X's in my collection. So, I mean, I could have brought in a whole new palette, but just for one shade, I really didn't want to do that. So I just stuck Luna in there because it went with the palette. This is You Peel Me from the Orange You Glad palette, just a really nice neutral orange. And then finally we have Zested from the Orange You Glad palette. These two I'm really excited to do like a neutral look with this. Love that. There's so many blues that can go together. There's so many like greeny teal shades that can go together. I'm really excited to try and work with this palette. Now, like I said before, Colourpop shades are really hard to hit pan in, especially the mattes. So this is gonna be very difficult. I am not expecting to have this completely panned by the end of the year, and especially if this is gonna be like a backseat project. This is not gonna be the thing that I focus on every single day, the thing that I really need to have progress on every single month. It's not going to be like that. I could go 3 months and not update you guys on this. I don't want to come on camera and be like, it still looks like this. Like, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, it may be a few months before you see this palette again, but rest assured, I am working on it slowly but surely. Hopefully we can have at least half panned by like November, you know? But I don't know. I'm not going to put any goals at all on this because I don't want to stress myself out. As I said, my Pan Those eyeshadow shades and my Pan That palette shades take priority. But I think this is going to be a really nice side hustle, you know? I've said before, my Colourpop palettes just look neglected. Like my Blue Moon palette, I love that palette so much, but it's just, it doesn't look used. It barely looks touched. So yeah, this project is all about Colourpop shades, plus one Pastel Roses shade. All about Colourpop mainly though. I love how they all fit in this palette perfectly. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try. So yeah, wish me luck on this new project. I need it. I need luck because it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Be patient with me if you don't see this for a while. Obviously, I've explained why. It's gonna take a while. I am stressed a little bit about this, but honestly, I'm just seeing it as a new experience, a new creative outlet. I can't wait. I am excited, even though I am scared. If you did like this video though, guys, be sure to like and subscribe because I'm also doing so many other projects that update monthly no matter what. As I said before, pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette. I'm doing fantasy, I'm doing 10 uses, I'm doing, what else am I doing? 101 pans, which this will definitely work towards. I'm doing so many projects, so you don't want to miss out on them. I'm gonna love you and leave you, have a little bit of a stress head, and yeah, I'm gonna go for a nice, long, relaxing shower because I deserve one. I hope you're all staying safe and I will see you in the next video. Bye!